All right, so I brought in this planet. That focal point in the sky at that low opacity helps to draw attention away from this area, and I'm going to add more to this area as well. And because I rotated it, I just have another chunk of sky I need to delete there. Looking at my reference, the other I wanted to bring in was this sun right here, this kind of crackling sun, which looks different than our sun. And I'm going to put that where the light source is, kind of help it that way. First, of course, I need to rasterize it. And this is just a Hubble shot of something. Maybe it is our sun from the Hubble, but from closer. Or another sun. But again, anything paid for by NASA is public domain for artists to use because they're paid for with tax money. So I'm all for the space program. All artists should be. They're getting us reference. So doing a rough selection, you can see a lot of kind of debris there. And then that's when I use that refine edge to soften everything. It will remember my settings. It will take out almost everything when I delete all those little factors. Then I'm going to move this layer down behind. Actually, maybe not down behind, but less opaque. And try to blend it in to those light sources. Make it a little bit smaller so that that blurriness and softness really makes sense. And here I might even try different blending modes, like an overlay mode. It's pretty nice. Soft light mode. These are some of my favorites. Or pin light. Nope. Soft light, play with the opacity. How strong do I want it? So we're talking about subtle effects here. I think I want it about there. Now, soft eraser. Increase the opacity a little bit. I'm going to kind of ghost it. Very little hardness, pretty big. Now this rock in the foreground, gonna clean that up. And I'm almost done with my elements. Oh, that thing is not on the rock. What layer is that in? That's what becomes most annoying, is chasing down these little artifacts. Getting rid of them. There we go. It's right there. Here's another trick. This artifact has stuff that's being hidden that I might be able to use to great effect, but so much of it isn't being used. So I can just take a chunk of it once I have that layer selected, and I can duplicate it and then raise that up and use it somewhere else in a different way, like in this corner. To help cover other mistakes and then just erase away from it. So once you're compositing, you're just kind of creating with your reference the grammar of forms that you are willing to use. And with those, you can do as many combinations as you like to get your desired effect. Especially adding some texture to your shadows. Just doing little things. Let's bring that up. And selectively removing content. So we have that kind of raking light coming through. Lots of different light sources here. But that light kind of channeling through this valley is pretty nice. Now the sky here, still it's got some issues. Some copy pasting might need to happen. But right now I'm just going to take away. I definitely don't want to add to the problem, I want to help it. So, other things I wanted to composite in. These are what are called texture fills. So first, I have this reference from before. I'm going to open it with Photoshop. It was really big, but what I love about it is this big open sky. So I'm going to take all of this really soft, misty texture, going to copy it, so Command C, and then paste it on top of everything here. Okay, so there we go. Because I'm just using it as a texture, I can go ahead and extend this as far as I like. I can stretch it. I will actually soften it out nicely. I want to keep it that transition. And then I want to erase away from it with a really soft brush, pretty big, kind of halo ghosting effect. I'm going to try to finish this off within this demo. I always say that, but now we're doing some finishing techniques. So this is called a texture overlay. And I can obviously take the opacity down as well. I'm going to cut out some of these foreground elements. And once I've softened the edge, I can take the opacity down as well. So I can basically cut through the mist. Now that's a classic texture fill. Just using kind of empty atmosphere and sky. And you can see how much it can help. To smooth transitions, especially going into that background there. Now it's looking like a 70s album cover. Very nice. All it needed was some atmosphere. But you can also take chunks of it, like that, duplicate it, have your own texture fill, just bite away at the edges, so it's soft-edged, and do that at 100% opacity, just really soft, so that there's no hard edge left. And you can build your own little clouds to warp and shape wherever you need. Down behind certain layers or in front of other layers. So now I can take that, once my computer catches up with me, and move it into these problematic areas. All right, let's see. There we go. Now it's working for me. I can transform it Make it bigger, stretch it out. I'm not even holding down shift here. I can flip it. So we're using the textures of our composite to help our original designs. Like so, and then just erase away. And again, we don't need to get it perfect with this assignment. We're just getting introduced to all of these factors. So I'm using a really big 100% opaque brush. But if I want really finely detailed work, I'm going to go a little bit smaller at less opacity. Because remember, we're working at high resolution here. We're not messing around. This is high enough resolution to be printed very beautifully as a poster. Full photo quality. Because we found reference that was that large to begin with. Shows a little bit of that backlighting of that sun. Now at the same time, it's a texture overlay, and it's its own layer, so you can always turn them off and on and decide where it's most helpful. Texture overlays are one of my favorite things to use, to play with, to refine my pieces. Just nudging it so it looks a little bit otherworldly. Now that's a really basic texture overlay, like I said. What if we tried something a little bit more dramatic, a little bit crazier, and added that into the mix? And that's going to be some of these deep space Hubble textures. Try this one. And again, to use it as a texture overlay, you just get your reference. No, actually, I want this one. You drop it in. You don't worry about it stretching because we're softening it anyway. And look at that. It's going to give me some stardust, some cosmic clouds. I'm going to rasterize it, take its opacity way down, woohoo, and then maybe try a blending mode, like overlay, pin light, or soft light. Instant fireworks. I like the soft light. Very subtle. Then I get little reflections even in my rocks and everything. Kind of make this atmosphere come to life. Help all the colors as well. I'm going to take this one down a little bit. My main texture overlay. Or take it down with my eraser tool only in the places where I think it should be reduced. And that was all just to fix that. Right? To make that more believable. I can also blur it slightly. Since this one is so sharp, I can use a filter. This is the only filter we tend to use. And it's Gaussian Blur. Just to take the edge off. Okay, that will